Today, the County Board of Supervisors is discussing how to make San Diego more environmentally friendly. NBC7's Audra Stafford has more on the plan that some are calling groundbreaking.
County leaders are hoping to lead the way when it comes to reducing our carbon footprint. And they say the San Diego Regional Decarbonization Framework is the first step.
Carbon free. Carbon free.
Here, members of several local environmental groups held a rally here to show their support for the plan and to push for its quick implementation. The framework proposes targeting 4 major contributors of greenhouse gases: buildings, land use, electricity, and transportation, with the goal of reaching net zero emissions in the county by the year 2035. To get there, it suggests the county must work to get more people into electric vehicles and using mass transit. And heating and cooling systems in buildings need to become electric rather than rely on natural gas. Joyce Lane, board vice president for the environmental nonprofit San Diego 350, says she'd also like to see more solar.
We've got a lot of rooftops in San Diego, and we've got a lot of sunshine. So we would love to see more siting of solar in the city, in the urban areas. And it's a little more expensive than doing these rooftop solar in the deserts, but those disturb habitat.
And that's one of the big concerns right now in Jacumba Hot Springs, where the Board of Supervisors recently approved a 600-acre solar and battery storage facility. Neighbors have filed a lawsuit saying the project will harm wildlife and dwarf the small desert town. So obviously, county leaders will have a lot to weigh as they move forward with the framework. Again, they're just discussing it today. They hope to have a final plan in place within the next few months. From the County Administration Center, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7.
And Jim and Virginia, more than a dozen people came together here to show support for the county's efforts to put a plan together, but they also wanted to make sure this happens in a timely manner.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. This methane gas has got to go.
With signs in hand, advocates made up of different environmental groups gathered together to show support for the county's efforts to come up with the regional plan that would move the county towards a goal of zero carbon emissions by 2035. The county recently released its draft Regional Decarbonization Framework with the intended goal of limiting the magnitude and rate of long-term climate change while getting all cities and agencies on the same page. A proposal some advocates worry could take a while to happen.
We're always concerned with the delay when it comes to climate action implementation, and that's why we're asking for, a robust implementation and funding strategy for these types of plans to make sure that, they're implemented quickly and successfully, and it's not just a plan that sits on a shelf.
The County Board of Supervisors listened as a team presented the latest version of the plan. The proposal will look at renewable energy production, how the transportation system can help eliminate carbon footprints, and what policies can be made to put these actions into place. Advocates say they're hopeful with the collaboration of cities and organizations, the county will meet its target goal of getting this plan adopted by early 2022.
We want, all of the cities throughout the region, all government agencies need to be collaborators in this process. We need everyone to be on board. We know that our individual jurisdictions aren't doing enough to meet the scale and the scope of the climate crisis.
Carbon free. SD. Carbon free.
The county has also held meetings with different focus groups as well as organized public forums as they go through this drafting process. Live outside the county admin building, Marie Coronel, ABC 10 News.
Dozens of activists rallied outside the county administration building this morning, calling on the Board of Supervisors to go bold in fighting climate change. Supervisors held a public hearing to discuss the first draft of the Regional Decarbonization Framework. When completed next year, it will serve as a roadmap for the county to reach zero carbon emissions by 2035. Activists say they would like to see more immediate action.